Today's adventure begins with a quote from Bob Marley. Yeah, I know. You never know how strong you are until being strong is your only choice. The last 2 weeks of my life have been pure hell. I can't honestly say that things have been as hard as what I've been going through. I've been really having terrible nerve shocks in my stump. So bad that when the shock hits, it takes the breath away. And I'm like gasping and my heart is hurting and it's happening 24 hours a day and I just can't see a way out. I slipped in a very dark place. Just, poor me. How do I dig out of this? Like, it wasn't even in my concept that this is temporary, that pain is temporary. But then suddenly I started looking at all the things to be grateful for, all the fun that I'm having with you guys on YouTube. And I started digging out of it and I started thinking, okay, what is my way out of this? I felt like a crack addict on the street because I was searching for that answer, but the answer was just in front of me. So I emailed St. Paul's and explained what's going on, and I knew they're extremely busy and they wouldn't get me instantly, but they were super apologetic and they said, how about we get you in 2 weeks early from your next injection, which was better. It wasn't the best, but it was better than nothing, so I gladly took it. Now, a day before this trip that I'm showing, a bad snowstorm hit. And I was extremely worried. I was worried about the roads and I was worried about getting another shock on the roads and how I would deal with that, because, sometimes it lasts for hours, sometimes it lasts for minutes. But I've always wanted to be real with you guys, and this is the real fact of what amputees go through. And what CRPS, chronic regional pain, is like. It's a cross that I don't ever want to bear again, so.
Good morning, y'all. How's everybody doing on this sketchy morning on the highway? This is actually better than what I was showing earlier. I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, but it's compact snow and the sun's just coming out. If anybody's been through the first snowfall, which I'm sure everybody has in Canada anyways, this is the first snowfall here in Kamloops, where I'm from. Sorry, got to change lanes. And it's a sketchy one. There was quite a bit of snow last night, and as every snowfall every first snowfall in the city, it's been gridlock in the city. So I'm probably about, maybe half an hour outside the city here, and it's just compact snow as it sees. It's definitely very beautiful, but very sketchy at the same time. So your boy's kind of been going through a rough patch here after the last set of injections, and sorry, that's why I'm going down here, is for injections. They missed the nerve, which it happens. It's the first time Lucky Charms has ever missed the nerve completely, and like I was showing in the last clip, it was a bad one. When the shocks hit in my stump, it's so bad I can't breathe. Like, it's like and like my heart was hurting, and I don't know, it was a week pretty much straight where I couldn't sleep, and drugs, and it's just, sorry, just got to change lanes here. You can see it's compact in this lane, and in the other lane it's kind of open, but I don't want to get stuck behind a semi, just because I don't want to get Grover peppered with rocks. So far, Grover's been pretty good in the snow. It's all-wheel drive, so. But anyways, back to my story. It was about a week straight of just shocks and just brutal. Like, my chest actually hurt because I couldn't breathe. Like, it takes your, it's like holding your breath for a really long time, and you do it about 20 times a minute. So it's like, after a while you just can't breathe and it hurts. So I frantically wrote an email to Dr. Lucky Charms and just begged for an appointment. And he came out with this one, which is about 2 weeks earlier than I was supposed to have. So definitely very appreciative of that. Oh, look at this. Got the clouds and then the sun. Just incredible. So I've been desperate to find any relief, anything to distract. I couldn't even drive, like it was so bad. So I'm so thankful for this appointment, but I feel like a crack addict, like it's a weird thing to say, but like without this, I'm screwed. And I'm sure it's the same people feel that are addicted to drugs, coke or heroin or whatever. They feel like they can't function, and I need this. Even now, talking about my chest is starting to get tightened up. So I've been spending a lot of time in the gym just trying to distract myself. So putting more weights on than I should probably do, and it gives me a distraction in the gym. So getting there is kind of sketchy because I probably shouldn't be driving because, it hits and it hits. But that's what life's been. It's not really all roses, but, I'm fighting through it. Your boy's a fighter, and, I'm fighting through this. And I really have I've always had shocks, but I've never had them this bad for this long. So I really have appreciation for people that get it all the time, and like nothing touches it. You say, okay, well, just take some Hydromorph or Oxy or one of those drugs. It doesn't touch it. All it does is it kind of rounds it over. Like it, I guess it does touch it, but very little. And then the next day you just feel like crap. So I try not to take it. I'm using a TENS machine, which I'll put up here. There's a snowplow. At least he's not stuck. That's a good sign. Speed limit's 120 kilometers per hour, and I'm going 17. Or 75, sorry. So definitely going on the speed limit, just following people. So yeah, that's what life's been. So this video might be a sketchy one. I don't think I've ever been on the highway where it got this much snow this quick. So currently the Coquihalla is closed, but I'm hoping time I get to the entrance of the Coquihalla it'll be open. But who knows? I have the bed in Grover here, so if I have to, I'll just sleep in the van. I've got a fridge back there, and I'm all set up. I even brought my snow pants and my snow jacket and everything, just in case. You just never know on this highway. So let me get back to focusing on driving, and you can see it's really compact, and you get the sections where it's really glistening, so it's sketchy as hell. But I'll get back to you shortly once I get closer to Merritt here. DJ, can you please roll that intro?
Hey everybody, my name is Andrew Adley. After a workplace accident, I was left as a above-knee amputee. I had a decision to make. Get busy living or get busy dying. Obviously, you only have one life, so I made a decision to get busy living, exploring every opportunity that's presented to me. Tune in every week for different adventures, both from accessibility standpoint
To adventures with my family and friends.
and every adventure begins with one leg at a time.
Down the tires spin round. An elevator came crashing down. It squished me flat like a pancake, y'all. But I'm still here and I'm standing tall. They patched me up piece by piece, put me back together like a jigsaw feast. One leg at a time.
Oh my God, guys, this is so sketchy. The road's like shiny with ice. Although in Grover here, it says the temperature is 0 degrees Celsius. So I don't know where the ice is coming from, but you can just see it glistening there. Grover's a beast. Like, he's just so sure planted. It's like a little bulldog. You know, it's hard when I rely on these injections so much that I don't have a choice. I got to get down there. Like, it's not, oh, I'm going to look at a car. It's not like that. This is, you know, this means me being able to sleep and function and, you know, hopefully produce good content for you guys and things that are interesting. But without these injections, I'm screwed. And that means going over this highway. Now, I used to fly, but flying in Canada, they're not very nice to your wheelchair and stuff. So I've flown in the past and I've watched my wheelchair get dropped out of a plane, and that's not for me. Like, and they'll pay to get it fixed, but it's all the process and stuff. So I think I'd rather drive and be in control of my own destiny. And, you know, if the road closes, well, I'll go sleep in the back of the van. I mean, that's all you can do. You can see these yellow trucks in the center here. They're the highways cleaning crews, so they're just monitoring how icy it is, and I imagine they're probably going to close the highway. But it's just, this is definitely one of the sketchiest trips I've been on in a long time. So I will continue driving this true highway through hell, and I'll get back to you guys.
Grover's my van, and we hit that line down the scary highway, feeling just fine. One leg at a time. Yeah, I'm doing just fine. St. Paul's calls every 6 weeks or so. 4 hours down where the brave souls go. Injections hurt, but I laugh and grin. I've got a YouTube channel, let's tune in. One leg at a time is the name I chose, showing the world how my story goes. One leg at a time, that's how I roll, turning my scars into heart and soul. Grover's my van, and we make that climb. Life's an adventure, and I'm doing just fine. One leg at a time. Yeah, I'm feeling
Well, I guess they cleared up the accident. The highway's open, so cheers to this adventure. Going from fires in the summer to complete chaos. This is in the valley, so you can see how much snow is actually in the valley. So I imagine up there it's going to be pretty heavy. This is pulling into Merritt, BC, the home of Edison Motors. Well, it used to be until they moved.
Take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, mountain mama.
Well, hey guys, not quite mid-trip update, but surprisingly, the roads on the Coquihalla are just wet. The highway before that I was going from Kamloops to Merritt was super bad, but this is just beautiful. It's just wet and doesn't even look like any ice, which is really nice. Doesn't even look like much snow up here. Such a surprise. You plan for something and then it's not as bad as what you plan. Fingers crossed. I'm about to hit the smasher, so I'll show you guys when I hit the smasher, but so far it's been just beautiful. The sun's out and it's melting the snow. Hey guys, so made it to the smasher and look at all the trucks waiting down there. This is gonna be fun. The smasher's bad enough, let alone when it's foggy like this. It's kind of sketchy, even worse. Got Grover's wipers going, and good thing it's not tons of snow, but got to gear down. Tell you, vehicles that you can't gear down, I don't know how you drive them up here. You'd be riding your brakes constantly, and that's super hard on your brakes. So I'm glad that Toyota stuck with the gear down process. So if you guys don't know, this hill here is called the Smasher, and it was made famous by a Discovery show called Highway Through Hell, and it's where they towed semis up here because they just literally smashed down the hill. So it was made famous from that, and then here comes the Great Bear Snow Shed. Sorry, you can see it's just wet. It's greasy, but it's not terrible. So get wet, ready to hold your breath. You can see where the avalanche is coming down too. Just so, could be sketchy, but today it's not bad at all. Did you do it? I didn't. I'll update you as I go. Probably next will be getting gas. Hopefully nothing bad happens. Like, it's that first bit of the trip was terrible, but this part's just wet. I'm so thankful of that, because she was a cheek puckered kind of trip, the first part of it, but this isn't bad at all. So I'll update you in a bit.
One leg at a time, that's how I roll through the twists and the turns. I
It's amazing how much you go over the Coke and you get packed snow, like clinch your butt cheeks. And then it goes to rain. And then it goes to absolutely no snow in a period of probably 2 hours, maybe 3 hours. Just crazy how much different weathers we see here in BC. This is right outside of Hope, BC, and not even snow on the ground on the sideways. I really got to give it out to the truckers. Like, you got to be prepared for every condition. And, you know, these guys take a bad rep, but sometimes they're the ones that are providing. If you got it, a trucker brought it, you know, you really got to appreciate these people. But this is foggy right outside of Hope, British Columbia. Sorry for the window. It's just, it's so wet. It's so hard to keep it clean. So I never said I was good at this, and I'm not good at this. Let's get on to Richmond, British Columbia. This is crazy. Get down here, and now Grover says it's 10 degrees and sunny. You'd swear this is spring. Like, bizarre, huh, guys? I gotta admit, my butt cheeks feel a lot better now that the roads are dry and I'm down here. I feel like I can get some resolve the pain I'm in and be able to create good content for you guys. So thank you guys so much for all your support recently. My subscribers gone way up, and comments and everything, and just positive group we've got here, and I really appreciate the support. And as usual, if you guys have any comments, put on the bottom. Questions, I'm an open book. I can tell you about anything pretty much. So sorry, Grover's talking to me. But thank you guys again. We're growing a little family here of one-leg nations. I don't know if I should patent that, so I'll let Grover drive me all the way to Richmond. What a beautiful day. Holy man. Now I just got to get a car wash and get it cleaned off. Got to get my boy looking proper.
Down at the tire shop, just earning my key, when that elevator dropped, boy, it made me leave. Humpty Dumpty ain't got nothing on me. Doc stitched me up, but they set my leg free. Now I'm part middle, part man, and still kicking life through a curve, but I ain't quitting, one leg at a time. That's how I roll through the twists and the turns. I found my soul, got a